What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, back again with the final part of this week's WWE Off The Script. This is episode 12, part 3 for your week ending May 11th, 2014. Happy Mother's Day to each and every one of your mothers out there. Take care of her, treat her good, and there's nobody else in this world more important than your mother. Always remember that. I'm actually going to be headed to my mother's house after I upload this for you guys on Sunday morning. I'm going to go buy her flowers. Hopefully the whole family gets together and take her out to dinner. She definitely deserves it. But each and every one of your mothers, happy Mother's Day. Now, I reported on Friday about HBK on Jim Ross's The Ross Report, his podcast talking about The Undertaker's streak. If you guys missed that, link down below. Saturday, I reported Batista turning down a match with Daniel Bryan at Payback because he didn't want a job to someone the stature and size of Daniel Bryan. Conflicting reports about Batista's extended leave of absence to promote Guardians of the Galaxy. Conflicting reports about him and Vince McMahon getting into a verbal argument about pay, and Batista thinking Vince McMahon lied to him regarding schedule and pay and all this other bullshit. I reported that on Saturday. The link is down below as always. But today, part 3, I am going to report about Daniel Bryan. There has been a lot of talk within WWE about where Daniel Bryan will be in the next few months. Is his top spot in jeopardy? Some higher-ups feel that Daniel Bryan isn't over. It's the yes chant that is over. They feel that Bryan peaked at WrestleMania 30 with the WWE World Heavyweight title win against Randy Orton and Batista in the main event at WrestleMania 30. It's said that a lot of top guys argue with officials about how they're booked or portrayed on television, but Bryan does not. There's not a lot of ego with how Bryan carries himself backstage and in how he deals with creative. There are many people waiting to see if Bryan cools off and gets moved out of his current position or if he will get hotter. Now, you want my take on this? Daniel Bryan is the hottest guy in WWE. There's absolutely nobody on the roster right now that even can compete with him as far as crowd reaction goes. Every time he comes out, the crowd is solely behind and fully behind what Daniel Bryan does. The yes chant is over. Daniel Bryan got that yes chant over. Without Daniel Bryan doing that, there would be no yes movement. So I don't see how WWE Creative thinks that the yes chant is over, but Bryan is not. Who do you think got that yes chant over? Daniel Bryan, the character. Daniel Bryan, the wrestler. The entertainer. Without Daniel Bryan, there is no yes chant in WWE. So I don't see how some higher-ups, these corporate fucking assholes, think that the yes chant is over, but Bryan is not. Do they watch the programming on a weekly basis? Do you guys watch what happens at the pay-per-views? Did you see what happened at WrestleMania when he beat Triple H? Did you see what happened when he hijacked Raw, Occupy Raw? Did you see what happened in Rhode Island when he turned his back on the Wyatt family inside the steel cage? I never seen any yes chant louder than that. And what Daniel Bryan is doing, it is seeping over into mainstream media. You now have the Pittsburgh Pirates MLB baseball team. Every time they hit a home run, they do this. You got people in college stadiums across the United States doing this. I do this at work, just for the fuck of it. People are beginning to realize that Daniel Bryan is a part of pop culture now. This is a phenomenon that nobody thought was going to get over, but it did. And who do you think propelled that into the mainstream? Daniel Bryan. WWE didn't do anything to facilitate this. This is why I respect Daniel Bryan as much as I do. He got himself over when the WWE, all they wanted to do was turn their back on him. He didn't fit the right mold. He's not the top guy. He doesn't have that look of a top guy. Where is he now? He is the WWE Champion. He cemented his name amongst legends in company history by doing what he did at WrestleMania and finally capturing the WWE Championship. There is nobody more deserving of that title right now on the roster than Daniel Bryan. Nobody. The WWE would be making a colossal mistake and would be reverting back to their old ways and their old ideals before Royal Rumble happened, not to have Daniel Bryan as the WWE Champion. He deserves the championship. He deserves everything that he's got coming to him, that he's accomplished. And the reason why he might not get over is because WWE Creative is putting him in bullshit programs. He needs to have people to legitimately work with to, cement his title reign as a successful one. I don't want his title reign to go to waste. He's too good of a talent. And for all you guys saying Daniel Bryan sucks, Daniel Bryan's boring, Daniel Bryan all he does is kick and this, and it's the same shit every week. Really? Really? Who would you rather have as WWE Champion? Besides Bray Wyatt, who I think deserves a shot, I would love to see that feud. Maybe a Brock Lesnar. You want to see Cena as champion? You want to see Batista as champion? Randy Orton? Who else on the roster is deserving of a WWE Championship match? Who else on the roster has as the viewer, believed? Who do you believe in to be a WWE Champion? Has that superstar made you believe he deserves it? No. There's nobody on the roster right now. This is why I support and respect Daniel Bryan so much. And if you guys have the network, go and archive Daniel Bryan's journey to WrestleMania. You see exactly the guy he is. And that's why I respect him as much as I do. That archive, that documentary that he did on WrestleMania, or that the WWE Network did on WrestleMania, gives you a glimpse into the real person that is Daniel Bryan. His personal life, his training, what led up to WrestleMania. Go and watch that, and then you will respect him even more after watching that. Daniel Bryan is the WWE Champion. Daniel Bryan will be the WWE Champion for many months to come with a very successful title reign. Hopefully he gets out of this Kane situation unharmed. But that is Daniel Bryan. This report is bullshit. Corporate puppets like these higher-ups in WWE obviously don't watch the program. The yes chant is over, and Daniel Bryan is over just as much as the yes chants. Plain and simple. Adam Rose. You guys were commenting on Adam Rose. JD, what do you think of Adam Rose's debut? Listen, I'm a huge fan of Adam Rose. I've been watching him on NXT for the last couple of months. I like the character. You guys prefer the Leo Kruger character. Now, I'm not familiar with Leo Kruger. I didn't have access to NXT at that time. But Adam Rose, I liked his debut. And the reason why he didn't fight Jack Swagger on Monday Night Raw for his debut is because Adam Rose likely won't be making his main roster in-ring debut until WWE's Payback on June 1st, probably against Jack Swagger. It makes sense for Payback to be Rose's in-ring debut because a market like Chicago, who is a hardcore, die-hard wrestling crowd, will be into his character. I like the character. It's different. It may not be main event level right now, but it's fun. It's different. He's got a theme song that will catch on like that. You thought Fandango's was going to catch on? You think the Yes Movement caught on? That I see blowing up right before your very eyes. Adam Rose's theme song. It's gotten to the point where that is now my ringtone for my phone. I don't have my phone near me. It's in the kitchen. But otherwise, I'd show you. Adam Rose will succeed. I like the character. It's different. It's fun. And when it's down to business, when he's in the ring, the man can wrestle. It's fun. Have fun with it. It's not going to be another Santino. Hopefully not. I'm crossing my fingers. It's not going to be another joke, gimmick. This is the kind of stuff that I grew up with back in WWE. These types of gimmicks. Give him some time. He will grow on you. Believe me. Trust me on that. Adam Rose will grow on you, especially with that theme song. I promise you. Apparently when Sheamus bro-kicked Dean Ambrose in the Battle Royal on Monday Night Raw, that was supposed to be his heel turn, according to sources. It will be interesting to see what they do with Sheamus on Monday's Raw, since a lot of fans did not pick up on that turn at Raw. Well, WWE, you gotta do a little bit more to solidify Sheamus's heel turn than just thinking the fans are gonna catch on because he bro-kicked Dean Ambrose, who is a face, who also is in the Shield. You gotta do a little bit more than that to make the fans believe, because you gotta remember, there's a lot of casual fans in the crowd who don't watch on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. They watch here and there. They don't watch every week like we do, so people won't pick up on that. Guys like me picked up on that. Oh, is he turning heel? He's getting booed. The crowd is indifferent towards him. They're choosing Dean Ambrose and supporting with Dean Ambrose over Sheamus, who's a face. So those are the things I pick on, but the WWE really has to do a little bit more to solidify that to the audience, because, like I said, not a lot of people, watch it every week like we do. There are a lot of casual fans out there and who attend these shows, so a lot of people didn't pick up on that because it was just a bro kick. People aren't going to dive into it too much, but obviously the WWE thought a lot of people would, and it didn't catch on. But they're going to have to do a little bit more to make people believe Sheamus is finally turning heel and finally turning that corner away from the old Sheamus that we know. Many have been wondering what's next for Big E after suffering some notable losses and dropping the WWE IC title to Bad News Barrett Extreme Rules. Word is that WWE Creative is focusing on looking for the next step, the next big step for Big E. It's been reported in the past that Big E has many supporters backstage, including Triple H and John Cena. A nice little crowd he's got supporting him. WWE officials now feel that he has peaked and a heel turn for Big E could be coming soon. It is said that John Cena wants to work with Big E at some point, possibly after this year's SummerSlam pay-per-view. Two things. If he's going to be in a program with John Cena, that will immediately bump him up the ladder, because listen, I'm not a fan of John Cena. Nobody's a fan of John Cena. We're all tired of John Cena. Okay, but I'm not going to sit here and bash the fucking guy. He knows what needs to be done in the ring. He knows what needs to be done as far as a business ideal goes. Go listen to him on Stone Cold's podcast. You will have a different understanding about John Cena and the way John Cena thinks instead of what you see on weekly WWE TV. The man is smart. He's bright. He's in tune with the business. He knows what needs to be done. So John Cena wanting to work with Big E, he knows what needs to be done. He wants to get Big E. He believes in Big E. He wants to get him to that next step. Triple H also believes in Big E, so that's a nice little group of supporters he's got there. The two biggest names in the company, Triple H and John Cena. Now, Big E, I prefer him as a heel. I think he will work a lot better as a heel. His face turn really didn't do anything for me. The crowd never fully got behind him. I think he fits the mold of a heel a lot better. I think his mic skills will develop better as a heel as well. So I look forward to that, to seeing Big E molded into a bigger superstar now that he lost the IC strap. Pretty much that was just a grazing period to see how people engage him and to feel him out. Maybe, strap him with the IC title. It's not doing anything nowadays anyway. But Big E as a heel, I like. Big E working with John Cena, I like as a heel. I look forward to that in the upcoming months, as the report says. Now, John Cena, news on John Cena. Cena versus Ray Bryant. You believe how fucking tired I am? Fuck me, JD. Bray Wyatt. Oh my god. Bray Wyatt, the feud is scheduled to go on for some time, possibly past the Payback pay-per-view on June 1st. Now, I know you guys really aren't excited to know that John Cena and Bray Wyatt are going to be feuding past Payback. I don't want to see it. I think it really needs to end at Payback. But according to sources, this feud will continue. I don't even know where they could go with this, to be honest with you. I really don't know. As far as I feel, I think this is just going to drag out to the point where nobody is absolutely going to give a flying fuck about this feud. They need to end it. They need to move John Cena on to bigger and better things. Bray Wyatt really needs to be catapulted into the main event scene. He's in the main event scene right now, but by main event scene, I mean WWE Championship match with Daniel Bryan. That's something I want to see. More John Cena news. John Cena was kept off Monday's Raw. If you guys remember, Cena did not appear on the 3-hour program so that they could push his appearance on WWE Network's main event. WWE's #1 goal right now is to hit 1 million network subscribers, and the idea that was being put into the minds of the creative team was to put Cena on main event, and that would raise the profile of the show and might encourage new subscribers. So there you go with that. News on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is not being booked for this year's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Obviously, he wasn't there. That means that he may work a September pay-per-view, which would be Night of Champions, to continue his program from SummerSlam, whoever he is rumored to be going against at SummerSlam. So look forward to Brock Lesnar being around. One additional pay-per-view, especially if they want to catapult him into a match with Daniel Bryan. Obviously, Brock Lesnar is going to need to be around if he's actually going to contend for that WWE Championship. Speaking of the IC title, as I mentioned before, there is talk of unifying the WWE IC strap and United States straps. That idea has been brought up once again. Although the upcoming UK tour with champions being Sheamus and Bad News Barrett, there may be more smoke to the fire than usual. I say go for it. The United States title means absolutely nothing. To unify both belts would mean get the US title out of there. There would be One title for the world title, one title for the mid-card, tag team championship, and that's it. We're back to the olden, golden days of WWE. You know, a lot of people say, yo, listen, they should bring back the dual belts, the two World Heavyweight Championship belts. No. Having one belt means that the IC title, the importance of that belt is raised even more. It means more competition. It means more challengers, fresh challengers for the WWE Championship. I want 3 belts. That's all you fucking need. You don't need 5. You don't need 6. You don't need a Divas tag. You don't even need a fucking Divas Championship the way the division's going right now. But I like that idea. Merge them. Have one belt. IC title is the only mid-card title that should be in the WWE right now. WWE's working plan to try and get Bill Goldberg signed for WrestleMania 30 is to follow a similar path they took with the Ultimate Warrior, rest in peace. The idea is to put Goldberg in WWE 2K15, the video game, and announce that by SummerSlam, and then use that hype to build a top spot for WrestleMania 31. Smart move by WWE. Hopefully that comes into effect, because I want to see Goldberg back on WWE TV one last time at WrestleMania 31. It's all about giving him the right opponent, right storyline, and right push towards WrestleMania. We've noted before here on Off the Script about Legends House. I've talked about Legends House. Go and watch it. It's hilarious. It's highly entertaining. And Roddy Piper and Duggan, and you got Tony Atlas, and you know Howard Finkel, Mean Gene. It's a fucking hilarious show. Very entertaining. Go and watch that on the WWE Network. But there's talk now of a second season of Legends House on the network. They will use a new cast of stars. Hulk Hogan's name was actually rumored to be brought in for the second season, but now there's talk of having Ric Flair to be the big name for this season. That would be fucking epic to have Ric Flair on WWE Legends House, living in a house with other Hall of Famers, man. That would be fucking hilarious. Hopefully that happens. I would love to see a lot of bigger name guys, you know, come into the Legends House, because as of right now, I didn't have high aspirations for the show, but I'm hooked. I'm waiting for the next week's episode. It's fantastic. If you don't have the network, go out and order it and watch the WWE's Legends House. It's fantastic. WWE reportedly called Chris Jericho this past week to see about making a return. He told them that he has too many scheduled commitments on other projects to come back right now, a.k.a. Fozzy, who's putting out a new album, and they're probably going to do a world tour, so obviously he won't be around this year for the WWE. PW Insider has confirmed rumors of a planned feud between Cody Rhodes and Goldust, with Cody as the heel. The idea is to do a short program between the two. I've been waiting for it. It should be good. I can't wait to see that happen. And finally, guys, WWE officials have been evaluating main roster Divas division as of late. One goal with AJ Lee being out is to see what they have with the talent that they've been given limited opportunities with. While some Divas continue to improve, the results of the evaluation have been said to be poor so far. This made AJ's stock in the company go up. She's expected to keep her spot as the top star when she returns. Now, going into this week's tapings, it is said that there's starting to be some concern about how the fans aren't accepting Paige as the top diva in the women's division. Word is that these concerns also include a lack of reaction at live events, with one observer reporting that she isn't really engaging the crowd. At the same time, the Divas division in NXT continues to impress officials, and there's been a lot of talk about upcoming call-ups. Paige is young. She's 21. They did a hot shot booking deal with her and AJ, getting the belt off AJ, giving it to Paige. I like Paige as the Divas champion. This is my opinion. She's getting me interested in watching Divas matches again. I think she's decent in the ring. She's obviously got a lot to learn on the main roster. You know, she's young. She's 21. She will learn as she goes. You know, give them the ball. Let them run with it. Let them learn from their mistakes. She will learn. It's not a big deal right now. Nobody's eyes are on the Divas division right now, so she's gonna get lost in the shuffle anyway with whatever else is going on WWE TV. But let her grow, groom her. You know, let her grow, let her learn her mistakes. She will be okay. It's not a big deal. She looks good with the belt. She looks good as the head diva in the division. And when AJ comes back, that's a money feud. You got nothing to worry about. People will see. People will pay to see that match. Paige versus AJ Lee. They got two similar styles, two similar looks. They're gonna go great together in the ring. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be one of those Divas matches finally that we're going to be anticipating and wanting to see. So, you know, let her grow. Everything will be okay for Paige. She's young. She'll learn from her mistakes. Plain and simple. But that is it, guys. That's all the news and rumors I got for you this week. Part 3 is over. Join me again for Monday Night Raw review on Tuesday. I will be reviewing Monday Night Raw as always. And like I always say, this is your #1 source for all your WWE needs right here on YouTube.com. I am out. Have a great weekend. If you guys missed the earlier episodes, parts 1 and 2, go check that out down below in the description. I'll be back on Tuesday. And that's it, guys. Off the Script is done this week. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.